Their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. And remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Cousins.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They go play action. Cousins. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'm not sure this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of...
And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Rashad Bateman there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
He was
was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On to give is Nwangu. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Nwangu. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 38, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age. Right?
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. And the Ravens have got it. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adolphe Owe in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their block.
And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a round is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On play action, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Ravensons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to put.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Baltimore. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, you you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Showed off the power, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And they work this out past the 25.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st and 10, Cousins drops this off with Nwangu. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Play action now, Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Cousins again. And now here's another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A first down throw for Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go. And now here's another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one,
he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Jackson's throw complete to Rager. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He'll get this right back to Rager. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Jackson. And quickly finding Rager. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What are they playing on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they can